Show.
All right, welcome back. You're listening to the Kate Daly Show. Text Birch Gold 989898. That's the phone number. Text them. I had Philip Patrick on yesterday and talking about gold, and it's about to jump. It'd be a really good time to buy some gold. And this is the place. This is the place that Jordan Peterson loves, that and talks about all the time. This is the place Ron Paul does business with too, and this is the place where so many people have understood that Birch is amazing. So please, by all means, get over to Birch. All you have to do is text 989898. That's the phone number, 6 digits. Okay. They repeat. And then just send off my name in the message on your phone right now. And they'll just give you some free information on it and free information on how to safeguard your savings, how to safeguard your IRAs, those kinds of things. But it'll stop the inflation on your accounts, and it's free to do. So why wouldn't you? But just get the free information. Start there and see if it's something that you want to do. But I highly, highly recommend. And Birch Gold is an amazing place to buy gold and silver. And it comes packaged so nicely, and it comes so fast. You're just going to be amazed. Go to Birch for that. It's why they have a 20-year reputation that's stellar. Okay, so Susan, back here with you. There was just two things I wanted to mention about this strange case of this yacht. Okay. The company is owned by Lynch, and I think Chamberlain too. It was interesting, the technology that they had on board that I found. I mean, not on board, sorry. The technology that they owned. Number one is HP Autonomy, which includes Intelligence Data Operating Layer. And it allows for a search and processing of text, like your emails, your texting, think about all the text messages, taken from both structured data and unstructured human information, whatever that means. And it includes email, mobile phone, everything. And it originates a database. Okay. And what they do is they go in and they see where the weaknesses are. So they can hack in and add to your text, incriminate you, make you look like you're doing something you're not. All kinds of stuff that is so weird. And the other one is called Dark. I think it's called Dark Face. These are Dark Trace. Dark Trace products uses unsupervised, in particular, machine learning techniques to build an intrinsic pattern of life for every network and device and person within an organization. They're constructing a pattern of life for you. And these are some of the things. It reminds me of the doctors that had the patents and they were killed on the airplanes. Remember the airplane? I'm sorry. Which country was it? Oh, they were blaming it on Russia. What's that?
Indonesia.
Yes. Thank you. Susan Reeves with me, and I'm so glad. So Dark Trace products are very interesting to the technology of spyware. And this would be creating a pattern of life for you. So it's creating like an avatar of you, what you'll do, how you think. And then the other one can lift your text, maybe add to it. And it's insane what companies, what technology that he owned. And the co-defendant to Chamberlain, the guy that is the chair of Morgan, right? And Stanley was hit by a car. Hit and run. So do you believe in coincidences?
Well, I think
I don't.
I think Autonomy was the company they sold. He sold Mike Lynch to Hewlett Packard in 2011, and that's what he was getting sued about, that he had overvalued the company. And so, but they're creating this. This is the elite information surveillance state, almost the fourth branch of governments. Everywhere. Every government in the world wants this kind of technology to keep track of people and their opinions and their thoughts. It's really just
scary.
Creepy.
It's scary what they're doing behind the scenes, and we just think they're kind of down on the totem pole of technology, and they're way up here, and we don't realize what they're doing to us.
So true.
Anyway, yeah.
So
all right. So where do you want to go from here?
Speaking of mind control, we were talking about the DNC and how Planned Parenthood has a truck out back. They claim to have done 10 abortions on the first day of the DNC convention. They're doing those with pills. And just to show what a freak show this group of people is, there were women dressed up as abortion pills, and they had the number of the pill on them, parading around. I am happy to say there was a counter protest by the pro-life group handing out diapers. And what's interesting to me about this is that Biden, lifelong Catholic, Nancy Pelosi, lifelong Catholic, the Catholic Church has always been abortion. Yeah. The majority of people at the pro-life march in Washington, D.C., I think it's March, they're mostly Catholic. They have always been the pro-life people. And somehow the Democrat Party has pivoted. And they love this. They love the soul destruction. So on LifeSite News, there was an interview with a doctor by the name of Catherine Wheeler who had done occasional abortions. But she said this happened to her. She said, I was about to begin an abortion procedure on a teenager when the room darkened. Oh, I'm getting chills. And time seemed to slow down. There was an unmistakable presence of evil, and I was the only one who seemed to notice it. What scared me most was my awareness of pure evil in the operating room related to the abortion I was performing. And she said, so she stopped. She turned to Christ and God, and she said, I bought into the feminist lie. I thought I was helping women, but the value of the life of the preborn was lost in the conversation. Yeah, the preborn are not on the platform for the DNC. She said, I bought the feminist lie that women need to have access to an abortion to pursue their dreams and to be fulfilled. And she said, Jesus was not put on this earth to crush people. And if you look at what the DNC, what the Democrat platform does, it crushes people. It crushes their dreams. It crushes their health. And I just think, if this isn't a contrast, if we cannot see the contrast between the two cultures of the party, there are a lot of Republicans that believe in abortion. I have to say that's quite sad. But she said, this is her final quote, I think the larger issue is that women have been convinced that their value is tied to pursuing a, quote, big dream and big life goal and defining that as the most important thing about them. They've convinced women that children get in the way of what matters most, rather than being one of the most important parts of our lives. I just believe that. Look at Kamala Harris, no children. There's a lot of world leaders that have no children.
You know what's so interesting? Do you ever see this highlighted in anybody's obituary as an accomplishment? Abortion. I've never once seen somebody go, this was the most important thing that I did. I'm so proud of it. I am this thing. And I've never seen it written up in an obituary because most everyone that does it struggles for the rest of their life with that decision. So it's never a highlight. It's never an accomplishment. And it's never, and if it was, you would see it everywhere. If it was perfectly fine to do that, you would see it in every place because everybody would be shouting it. I'm free and it's amazing. And I murdered a baby and I disgustingly had it torn apart in the womb. And it's so great. And it's so perfectly fine and moral. I've never seen that. Have you ever seen an obituary that highlighted that?
Other than the Gen Zs who are being taught they should celebrate that. So maybe when they have their obituaries, they will put that in. But it just shows you the emphasis, the focus of the parties. And I think what I appreciate about Donald Trump more than anything is that he believes in helping people figure out how to thrive. And one of the things I learned yesterday, I was attending some classes, is that when they looked at people's happiness across the generation, it was the married people who had families, who had children that ended up being the happiest. Yes.
Happiness never was wickedness. And I've never seen happiness come out of an abortion. Never seen that. Somebody show that to me. Somebody show me how somebody doesn't struggle with that for the rest of their life, have an impact on them spiritually. Be right back. Kate Daly Show, KateDalyRadio.com with Susan. Be right back.
Thanks for listening to The Kate Daly Show.